if all you want is to understand how to read Excel files in Python, this is literally a 3 line of code that all you need. But before you copy paste this code, in this video tutorial, let me show you how this code works, what package you need, and some useful tricks every Python developer should know. So without any further delay, let's jump to our code screen. Now to work with the Excel files in Python, we use Pandas. So whether your spreadsheet has 20 rows or 20,000 rows, Pandas in Python can load it with a single line of code. So first let's install Pandas. So I will write pip install Pandas, and with Pandas we also need to install OpenPyXL, and some people also refer this package as OpenPyXL. Let me also add the package name OpenPyXL. Now this package allows Pandas to read modern Excel files with the xlsx extension. Let's hit enter to install this package in our virtual environment. So now you can see both Pandas and OpenPyXL has been installed. Let me clear the screen, and if we do pip freeze here, we can validate if Pandas and OpenPyXL has been installed or not. So both the packages are installed. Let me quickly clear the screen, and now let's see how we can read the Excel file using Pandas. So first of all, we need to import the Pandas package, and let's give an alias name to this, PD. So I've written import Pandas as PD. Next, let's define a variable df, which is a representation of data frame, and let's do pd dot read excel, read underscore excel. Now this read underscore excel function loads the Excel file into a Pandas data frame. Think of a data frame as a spreadsheet inside Python. So df is the representation of data frame, and the read underscore excel is going to return a Pandas data frame. So in this function, I need to pass the file name. So I already have a dummy sales report data. Let me quickly show you. So I have this dummy data in the Excel format, which I am trying to read using Pandas. So in this function, I will pass the name of the file, that is sales underscore report dot xlsx, and now we can print this df variable. Now let's run this code, python space app.py. So in the output you can see we got our data. Now let's see how we can inspect the data frame. So there is one head method, so I can write df.head. This head method shows the first few rows. This is usually the first thing developers do when working with a new dataset. So if I run this code, you can see it has written only the first 5 rows with the headers. Next, let's see how we can inspect the columns. So many times we also need to check the columns of the data so that we can understand the structure of the file. So for this, I can write df.columns, and this basically returns the column names. So here you can see it has written an index object which consists of a list, and the list represents all the column names. So in our sales report data, we have 3 columns: employee ID, region, and sale, and same we have got in our output. So accessing a column in Pandas is similar to accessing a dictionary key. This allows us to work with individual fields. So for example, in this I want to fetch the sales column. So here what I will do, I will do df, then I will use the square brackets. In the square brackets, I will put the name of the column which I want. So for example, I want the sales column data. Now if I run this code, I will get the complete sales data. So here you can see the data here is sales, and the data type is integer. Let me clear the screen. So next, let's answer some real business questions. What do you think? What is the total sales amount in this data? To calculate this, what we can do, we simply need to fetch the sales data, and on the sales data we will apply one aggregate function which is sum. So I will do df sales dot sum. Let me bring the terminal up and let's run this code. We got our total sales amount, which is 2,40,000. Now next, let's see how in just one line we can find the highest sale record in the report. To find the highest sale record, we will use another aggregate function which is max. So instead of sum, I will use max, and I will run this code. Meantime, let's see the data. So I can see this is the data. and the highest value which I can see here is 25,000. That is what we got in our output. Now next, let's discuss some common pitfalls. So one common error is specifying incorrect file path or incorrect file name. So for example, if I put an extra s in the file name and if I try to run this code, you can see we will get an file not found error. Another common pitfall, if we miss installing the OpenPyXL package, in that case we will get an import error. So to handle such cases, we should always try to have an exceptional handling block in our code. So what I will do here is I will put a try block and then I will put everything in the try block and I will put an except block here. In the except block, let's handle the file not found exception, and whenever this exception occurs, let's print a proper message such as file not found. Now if I run this, you will get the proper error message. And similar we can do with different pitfall situations. We can always try to have our code with some basic exceptional handling, so if any error occurs, we can handle that properly. Now let's see some best practices. In production application, always handle exceptions. As I mentioned earlier, we should always try to validate the file path. We should always inspect data by using head method before processing, so that we have a basic idea of our data. And we should always try to avoid loading extremely large Excel files when CSV export is available. So in today's video, we have covered how to read Excel files in Python using Pandas, inspect the data, access columns, and perform some quick analysis. These few commands can save hours of manual Excel work. Now if you found this tutorial helpful, subscribe for more practical Python tutorials every week. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you have any suggestion, you can also email us at the given email ID, or you can pin down that suggestion in the comment box. Thank you so much for watching this video. We will meet you in the next one.